All right, baby. I gotta go to work. I'll see you soon. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good, huh? Yeah? I think so. All right, Eleanor. Eleanor. Eleanor's ignoring me in favor of the pigeons who just got their breakfast as well. But, honey, I gotta go to work. All right, honey. I'll see you soon. You want to get in Buddy's bed? He's not there. All right. See you guys later. Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven, trying to make sure my wings are covered for our social media policy. It is August 27th at 3:14 in the afternoon. I don't have to check in for work until 5:50 in the afternoon, so what am I doing here so early? Of course, everything has a story, of course. So they opened up, they enlarged our first parking area. You either have Princess parking, which is right next to the airport. You have to be super senior to get that parking area. Otherwise, you're out here with the plebs. So we have two parking lots, I guess A and B. B is kind of a walk away from the airport, and it kind of sucked when you had to walk there in 115 degrees. So the parking lot I'm in right now has always been preferred. They doubled it in space. But in order to get in, you need a parking pass. The parking pass I had that I fought for 2 months, of course, didn't work. So I've been here at the airport 3 times over the past 3 days. Each time, all 3 times, randomed, so I had to go through regular security. It was such a hassle. I was so frustrated. But it worked out. Finally, it worked out. They promised me a parking pass today. So I went to the office. I left the house wicked early, just in case it wasn't there or it didn't work. But it was there. I grabbed it, and miracle of all miracles, the parking pass worked. So now I'm here at the airport like 2.5 hours before my check-in. So I was debating, do I go to Goodwill? Do I go back home and spend like an hour with the cats? But then I'm like, that would be torture. I'd have to leave them again. It was so hard to leave the cats this afternoon. But I figured I'm gonna go into the airport, grab a bite to eat, sit down with my laptop, futz around for a little while, pretend I'm on reserve or something, you know. And then I have one simple leg, knock on wood, to Houston this afternoon. And then I've got a 15.5 hours layover. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I know I end up back in Houston again for another 15 hours or so. I know I end up in Newark on this trip. I don't even know, but let's get into the airport. I will see you later. Well, here's my setup for the next hour and a half.
And your attention, please, Vicky Kashanda.
Hey guys, hi, welcome to Houston. Let's do a quick room tour. Ta-da, there you go. I feel like I've aged since this afternoon. Oh my goodness. Do you remember last week we had that problem with the baby? We had another medical. I hadn't had medicals in forever, and then all of a sudden it's bam, bam, bam. Tonight was pretty scary and pretty tragic. I really can't tell you much about the situation, but there was a young lady in the rear of the aircraft who had a seizure. And I'm always telling you how much I love my crews. Tonight, thank God I had the people on with me that I did, especially Flight Attendant C, because she was very aware of her surroundings and watching her passengers. And so she recognized when this young lady was in distress and she was having a full-on seizure. They called up in front, and we all just hit the ground running, and everyone did their part, and it was successful in that she was able to be taken off the aircraft by paramedics. They were still taking care of her when we left the plane, so I'm sure she was in good hands. But the poor woman, it was set off, I think, well, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but her family had a tragedy, a major tragedy today, and her mother feels that it was partly in response to enormous tragedy. I can't even intimate how bad this was for the family. But
They suffered a humongous tragedy today, and so her mother felt that it was her reaction. Her brain was just literally trying to protect her from the reality of what was happening to her family. I'm already going into it too much, but it was really sad. It was sad, but I am so proud of my coworkers, for especially Flight Attendant C, Jasmine, Jessica. Just amazing. Really, really great crew. And we did our business, and I don't know how many. I couldn't even tell you how many passengers got off the plane saying how great it was handled, how well it was handled. So kudos to my coworkers. As lead on this trip, my only job during this occasion was really just communicating with the flight deck, and occasionally checking on the passenger. It was the girls in the back that took a brunt of it, and thank God we always have a medical personnel. We had a plethora of nurses on board tonight, so when we needed help, they were right there. And thank goodness, whenever you really need one's on board. But otherwise, beyond that, the flight was easy and simple. Really nice passengers on board, but Houston passengers in general are very nice anyway. But so we had some really nice people on board. We had an opportunity to take care of people, which is really the best part of the job when they're in difficult times. And so now we have about 15 hours here at the hotel. Our van is at 3 p.m. tomorrow or later today. It's now 12:39 in the morning. So I've got a little while to rest, relax. I'm going to have a can of soup for tonight before I go to bed because I'm famished, but I'm too tired to eat more than a can of soup. But I'm using my little Stojo bowl that I am in love with. But there you go. That's my day. Tomorrow, I don't even know what we're doing. We're ending up here again. I want to say we have 2 or 3 legs tomorrow. It's a busy day, but we'll be coming back here for about 15 hours as well. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll tell you more about what to expect then. All right. So I will see you later. Bye. Good night. Hey guys. Hi. So it's 2:44. I have to be downstairs at 3 o'clock for the shuttle, so I have a moment or two to say hi to you guys. This layover has been wonderful. 15 hours, 16 hours seems to be the perfect sweet spot for a layover. It's not enough time to actually go into town and do something, so I don't feel guilty for just staying in my hotel room. But it's also plenty of time to sleep and get a good rest. It's also time to eat and just futz around on my computer. It's like the perfect layover if you don't want to go out and explore a city, so sometimes you don't want to. You've been to certain places so often, who wants to go back into town again, right? But so it's been a very nice layover. And watching last night's clip, there's something I don't think I really ever expressed, certainly over this trip and last trip, where these 2 rather dramatic medicals happened on board. Now, I don't want medicals. I don't look for them. I don't encourage them or anticipate them. No one wants a medical because it is kind of scary sometimes. But there is a small satisfaction to a medical, even the scary ones. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but there's a slight satisfaction to being the person or part of a crew who is there for a passenger when they're in duress or in an extreme situation, especially if they're scared or if they need comfort. There's a satisfaction to being the kind of person who can rush to someone's aid. It is easier because we've been trained and we have all the tools that we need on board, including contact with the ground, as we used last night quite often with MedLink. But it's oddly satisfying to be the good guy who's there to be able to help and take care of someone, even if it is being the good guy who's in the background, letting other people do the heavy lifting and just being the communicator, for example. Last night, my primary role was to communicate with the flight deck. The girls in the back, the ladies in the back, not to disrespect, they were taking care of the heavy lifting for this situation last night. Thank goodness, they were fantastic. But it is oddly satisfying. So I don't want anybody to watch my videos, especially when I say, oh, we had this scary medical with a baby who didn't breathe, or this person who's having a seizure. I don't want to scare anybody away from this position of being a flight attendant. If anything, the person who wouldn't look forward to a situation like that, but someone who would feel the same satisfaction. You know, a mom or dad, or nurse, or some caregiver might be the perfect person for this role, because you know you will be put into situations where someone's potential life might be in the balance, and you have to take action, but also afterwards be able to handle the situation, what happened. And thankfully, I've become the kind of person who can find satisfaction in being a part of caring for people. Does that make any sense at all? I'm sorry. I feel like I just had like 3 minutes of some free-form rambling. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand, like, I'm not like being dramatic about medicals when they happen, but they are going to happen if you're a flight attendant. The person who might not maybe look forward to becoming a flight attendant would be the person who freezes or can't handle vomit or poop or blood or, you know, that kind of stuff in small amounts. You hope. But yeah, blah, blah, blah. It is now 2:48 and I should head downstairs for the 3 o'clock shuttle. So I will see you probably, we're going to Vegas, then we're coming back here. So I might see you in Vegas. I might see you back here in Houston. So I'll see you soon. Bye.
Randomed in Houston. That's 4 random security searches in 5 days. Yeah, it happens to me everywhere I go. All right, where's my crew? Hi, Joanne.
I'll try to be less animated.
Hey, hi. So I'm at the gate waiting for our plane to go back to Vegas, and a lovely girl, Erica, comes up and gives me a hug. She's like, I'm gonna compose myself. I'm like, it's just me.
Yeah, I'm freaking out inside, but I'm trying to get it together. How am I doing, Sue?
Yeah, how long have you been here?
9 months.
9 months. You enjoying it?
I love it.
Yay!
Love it. I just dropped my whole September schedule.
Oh, already at 9 months?
Yes, I have a line in Atlanta.
Wait, a line in Atlanta at 9 months, and you dropped all your trips to make what you want happen.
Yes.
Wonderful. Come join the dark side. So loud on the jet bridge. Hey guys, so we just flew in from Houston, and the flight was lovely. Just what I needed. Relaxing, easy, 50 open seats. It was perfect. 2 hours and 39 minutes. 2 hours and 49 minutes, I'm sorry. Great crew. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that before, but awesome crew. Our chaser was lovely. And we just got a new chaser on board for a flight back to Houston. I don't know anything about this flight coming up, although I think it's oversold. The app that we usually use to look at our information is unavailable because the airline did something, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so it should be around the same time, to maybe 2.5 hours. But yeah, that's it. Nice flight. So I will see you back in Houston after, I'm sure, hopefully another very nice flight. I don't want to jinx myself though, so I should just shut up. I'll see you in Houston. Hey guys, it is hours and hours after I've arrived back in Houston. Tonight's second leg, the culmination of our turn today to Vegas and back was effortless, super easy. Everyone behaved. It was a great leg, just what I needed today. So good crew, great flight crew, nice passengers. I really couldn't complain at all. So we got back into Houston about midnight and got a shuttle right here. It is now 4:05 a.m. I know it's late. My bedtime is usually about 1:30 in the morning in Las Vegas. When Buddy finally looks at me and goes, meow, which is, I want to go to bed, we all go to bed. But since I do a lot of red eyes, it sort of makes sense for me to be up so late at night so I can sleep and the next day at least. Yeah, so our shuttle tomorrow is at 3:30. Then we have one leg to Newark, and then we have 15 hours there, and then we fly back to Las Vegas, and I'm off for 3 days, I think. I don't know. This trip seems very, very long. My coworkers and I were marveling at how time seemed to stop today, as well as as much as everyone was very nice. It just seemed like two very long legs when they were both under 3 hours. So I don't know why the day seems so long, but blah, blah, blah. I need to crawl into bed. I have to decide which bed to go into, but I will see you tomorrow. Nighty night. Hey guys, hi. Look, I left my room just to go to Taco Bell. I did not take my lunch bag. I just could not bring myself to meal prep. I could not bring myself. I did not want to. It was like a toddler having a fit. I did not want to. I did have a can of chili in my bag, a can of lentil soup in my suitcase, a package of pre-made rice, and some other little odd assortment of things in my suitcase to eat. But today, I do not have anything in my bag, so I'm at Taco Bell. I have 2 hours, excuse me, 2 hours until my shuttle. Boy, it's very loud here with the planes and the traffic. I'll see you later. I am so glad I went to eat earlier. Look at that. It is raining cats and dogs. The road is starting to flood over here. I really have acclimated to living in the desert where this feels unusual. Living in Florida for a while, this was practically every day, but now that I live in the desert, this feels like apocalyptic. Like it's only been raining for 20 minutes this hard, and that road is already flooded. Crazy town. Hey guys, all right, so out of the rain, onto the plane, ready to go. We have about 10 minutes before our original show time, so we have some time to rest and relax. Guess who got randomed in Houston? Again. Yes. Mate, I have been randomed 5 times now, 6 times in the course of like 5 or 6 days. I don't know what's going on, but they remembered me from yesterday and they actually had a whole TSA line, a whole screening machine put aside they weren't using, so they had me go through that one rather than wait for everybody else. How nice was that? So there's a benefit of being randomed so often that TSA recognizes you. But yeah, it could be worse, right? So let's go to Newark. I'll see you there. Hey guys, I'm in Newark and I'm actually leaving Newark. I didn't film anything when I got here. I apologize. Nothing happened, which is very, very nice. The flight was good. It was easy in that nothing, there were no medicals or anything. It was very consistent though. We served everyone the entire trip. It was very, very busy, but that's good because it helps make the trip go by quickly and it keeps me fully employed. So I'm grateful. The layover, I did not sleep appropriately as usual. I did wake up for breakfast. It wasn't as good as usual, but it was free. So there you go. Got here to the airport with some time ahead of me to grab something at Starbucks here. When you're at Starbucks and you're trying to, you want to place an order because you're kind of in a hurry, and then there's someone who's standing in front of Starbucks as if they've never seen Starbucks, and they're like, how do I order a coffee? Well, it was worse than that. There's a young lady is ordering 2 drinks from pictures that she saw online. And I'm standing behind her thinking, I've got 19 minutes before I have to be on that plane. And she is showing the barista pictures. Hi, what is this? How is it made? What's in it? Are there strawberries on top? And I'm like, a middle-aged guy desperate for caffeine, and it's not comfortable. It was not a happy moment. But I still have 15 minutes before I have to be at the gate, so I think I'll make it. I think everyone will survive. And I think those kids are gone. Yeah, no, they're not. Still waiting. All right, let me stop complaining. I will see you on the plane or in Las Vegas. All right, see you soon. Hey guys, welcome home. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Welcome to my car, Shimi. Have you ever seen Blue Man Group or another theatrical presentation that's really hard to describe, and you tried to describe the experience to a friend, but there's a glassy-eyed response like, yeah, I'm not getting it? That would be what it would be like to try to describe what today was like. I wish I could wear a GoPro on my shoulder so you could see what goes on a very challenging flight. Nothing went wrong per se, but we were delayed in our departure today because a passenger apparently pulled off a piece of the lavatory door up in the front. If it had happened on the other side of it, I guess it wouldn't have been a problem, but because it happened on the inside, it was a problem. So we had to wait till maintenance came on board to fix that or tape it up, of course. And so the delay was probably 20 minutes, a half hour of a delay, not waiting for maintenance, but waiting for communication from the company to let us know that it's okay to go, that maintenance can, whatever. So it was a bit of a delay in getting out of Newark today. Then there was a bit of a delay in pulling away. We couldn't actually leave because there were storms around the area, and so we had to wait for that to pass. And then once we get in the air, there are storms raging up and down the East Coast from New York down to Jacksonville, Florida. I mean, 1,500 miles of storm with barely a break in between them. So we had to be rerouted. We were rerouted. We had to go from Newark down to South Carolina, and then we could only then begin our trek west. And so that added another half hour, 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to our flight to Las Vegas. And of course, we had 80 more, actually, but we had just over 80 connecting flights. So there were 80 passengers on a plane that holds 182. 80 passengers were continuing on to other flights. Some of those connections were as short as 27 minutes. I'm not quite sure how they expected to make those flights anyway, even if we hadn't had a delay. You know, I understand. I've been in situations where I have no control over the situation. I pretend I have control, or I start reacting as if I have control. But am I making any sense? Most passengers understood what was going on. They understood that we were powerless over the situation and that we had no new information for them. There were a couple passengers who were bordering on disrespectful to my coworkers. And you know, the word disrespectful is bandied around so easily as, oh, I had my alarm clock was disrespectful to me because I didn't want to wake up. You know, there were some behaviors that were bordering on disrespectful to my co-workers because of this delay and their fear of not making their connecting flight. So I had to kind of lovingly remind people that to not beat us up because of the delay and stuff. But in the end, pretty much everybody handled the delays with as much grace and patience as they could pretend to muster. I will give myself a pat on the back. I don't do this very often, I don't think. I hope I don't. Am I making any sense? Because I'm so hungry. I don't pat myself in the back that often, I don't think. I try not to, because I have so much self-esteem issues. But many people, when leaving the plane, deplaning, thanked me for my humor, keeping things light, keeping them informed, and how nice the flight was, considering all of the challenges we had. And one of the maintenance guys was on board, standing next to me while they were deplaning, and he said, you guys must have hit it out of the park. In 9 years, I've never heard passengers say this many nice things to a cabin crew before. And my crew was great. But I will say, all of my strengths that I have in terms of social, taking care of people, my humor, all of my strengths were played to their best role today. So I'm very pleased with myself and that I took care of these situations as well as I could. But in the end, we got to Las Vegas about an hour late. Pretty much everybody missed their connections. But you know, I had no control over it. And ta-da, that was it. We did have two kids on board that had nothing to play with, and they just screamed and yelled and climbed all over the place for the entire, it was 6 hours, if not more. And I'm used to it. I'm also not sitting next to it the whole time. Not it, but like the situation, the kid. I don't want to call the kids it's, you know. But we had some passengers, one of which who had a little baby who was trying to sleep, that really were at their wits' end before the flight. So I tried to ply them with, you know, beverages and snacks just to kind of keep them as calm as possible because they were getting upset. But yeah, it was just really a crazy flight. I don't know if I've worked a flight in the past that's been as complicated without a major medical or mechanical issue. It was just weather, and it was just kooky. And I'm sorry, this has been like 6 minutes of me rambling about this leg. It's over now, and that's one of the best parts of the job, is like, it's finished, done. So I'm going home to give the cats their treats and take care of them. There is something I want to pick up at Sprouts. There's a little grocery store here before I go home. But that's it. That's my trip. I know it wasn't very exciting. I apologize, but this is my life. Go along with me. All right, so I need to go into Sprouts and get this. I'm getting a pre-made dinner because I am so famished I can't bring myself to cook. So blah, blah, blah. No new good information. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me on this trip, as always. And whoever sent me these Shout wipes because of my mustard problem my last trip, thank you. I got them. There was no receipt inside, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will see you guys later. Fly safe. Hey guys, hi. So it's been a couple hours now. I got a bite to eat, and now I'm about to go to bed, but I thought I'd say hi to the cats, and I'd show you a couple pieces of furniture I bought at Goodwill recently. I'm really, really happy with. This piece of furniture here, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of dimly lit, but there's a wide base. You can see Eleanor. Eleanor. Hi, honey. Hello, Eleanor. Eleanor's found her favorite spot down there on the bottom. Buddy has found his favorite spot up on top. Yeah. On his favorite bed, which is a insulated tote bag from Walmart. But I love this piece of furniture. It's kind of 50s, 60s, kind of, I don't know, but I like it a lot. This lamp is super cool. It's got like these little fake brass bits right here, a glass top, and the bottom is, look at this, wait, look at that. It's got this little dancing lights like flames on the bottom, which is so cool. This is a little Demat piece of alabaster and brass that I found at Goodwill. This is a cool chair, like a wing back chair that I really enjoy. And I got this sort of Bob Ross painting at Goodwill as well. It's got this mustard yellow kind of velvet mat. It's so cool. Very vintage. But yeah, that's a few pieces of furniture I got at Goodwill, and a little growing collection of cat planters and figurines I got going on over here. But there you go. All right. I will see you guys later. Little bonus footage there. Fly safe.